Hi guys, welcome back again to our Read Aloud. The book we're going to read today is called Each Kindness, and it is by Jacqueline Woodson. Sorry, I know the light is shining on there. This one is kind of sad. It actually made me kind of sad, but I think it has a really good message. So while we're reading, look at the choices that this girl in the story makes and see if they're choices you would make, or if you wouldn't make her same choices, what choices would you make instead? So it's called Each Kindness. That winter, snow fell on everything, turning the world a brilliant white. So this is a school and it's snowing. One morning, as we settled into our seats, the classroom door opened and the principal came in. She had a girl with her and she said to us, "This is Maya." Maya looked down at the floor. I think I heard her whisper, "Hello." We all stared at her. Her coat was open and the clothes beneath it looked old and ragged. Her shoes were spring shoes, not meant for the snow. A strap on one of them had broken. So you can tell that she, probably doesn't have a lot of money and can't afford new shoes. Our teacher, Ms. Albert, said, say good morning to our new student, but most of us were silent. The only empty seat was next to me. That's where our teacher put Maya. And on that first day, Maya turned to me and smiled, but I didn't smile back. I moved my chair, myself, and my books a little farther away from her. When she looked my way, I turned to the window and stared out at the snow. And every day after that, when Maya came into the classroom, I looked away and didn't smile back. And you can see in the picture that the girl's looking out the window and Maya is looking over to her. My best friends that year were Kendra and Sophie. At lunchtime, we walked around the schoolyard, our fingers laced together, whispering secrets into each other's ears. So you can see the three girls. And if you look, try to find Maya, if you can. See if you can see where she might be on this playground. One day, while we were near the slide, Maya came over to us. She held open her hand to show us the shiny jacks and tiny red balls she'd gotten for her birthday. "It's a high bouncer," she said, but none of us wanted to play. So Maya played a game by herself again. That afternoon, when we got back into the classroom, Maya whispered to me, "Bet you can't guess who the new Jack's champion of the world is." Behind me, Andrew whispered, "Chloe's got a new friend, Chloe's got a new friend." "She's not my friend," I whispered back. So you can see this is Maya trying to connect with Chloe, and then Andrew's making fun. The weeks passed. Every day we whispered about Maya, laughing at her clothes, her shoes, the strange food she brought for her lunch. Some days Maya held out her hand to show us what she had brought to school. A deck of cards, pickup sticks, a small tattered doll. Whenever she asked us to play, we said no. The days grew warmer and warmer. The pond thawed. Grass began growing where snow had once been. One day Maya came to school wearing a pretty dress and fancy shoes. But the shoes and the dress looked like they belonged to another girl before Maya. "I have a new name for her," Kendra whispered. "Never New." Everything she has come from a secondhand store. So never new meaning like new, like brand new, like she never wears anything new. We all laughed. Maya stood by the fence. She was holding a jump rope, but did not come over to us to ask if we wanted to play. After a while, she folded it double, rolled the ends around each hand, and started jumping. She jumped around the whole schoolyard without stopping. She didn't look up once. She just jumped and jumped and jumped. The next day, Maya's seat was empty. In class that morning, we were talking about kindness. Ms. Albert had brought a big bowl into the class and filled it with water. We all gathered around her desk and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves rippled out, away from the stone. "This is what kindness does," Ms. Albert said. "Each little thing we do goes out like a ripple into the world." And I'm sure you tried that. If you drop something into still water, how it slowly ripples out. I love how the teacher is showing that. If you drop a little bit of kindness, it'll spread out to everybody. Then Ms. Albert let us each drop the stone in as we told her what kind things we had done. Joseph had held the door for his grandmother. Kendra helped change her baby brother's diaper. Even mean old Andrew had done something. "I carried teacher's books up the stairs," he said, and Ms. Albert said it was true. I stood there holding Ms. Albert's rock in my hands, silent. "Even small things count," Ms. Albert said gently, but I couldn't think of anything and passed the stone on. Maya didn't come to school the next day or the day after that. Each morning I walked to school slowly, hoping this would be the day Maya returned, and she'd look at me and smile. I promised myself this would be the day I smiled back. "Each kindness," Miss Albert had said, "makes the whole world a little bit better." But Maya's seat remained empty, and one day Miss Albert announced to the class that Maya wouldn't be coming back. Her family had to move away, Miss Albert said. Then she told us to take out our notebooks. It was time for spelling. That afternoon, I walked home. When I reached the pond, my throat filled with all the things I wished I would have said to Maya, each kindness I had never shown. I threw small stones into it over and over, watching the way the water rippled out and away, like each kindness, done and not done. Like every girl somewhere, holding a small gift out to someone, and that someone turning away from it. I watched the water ripple as the sun set through the maples, and the chance of a kindness with Maya became more and more forever gone. So that's how it ends, and that's where I was really surprised with this book, because usually we're given a happy ending. Like, oh, Maya comes back, and then Chloe gets to be nice to her, and they become friends, and everything ends properly. But in real life, we know that doesn't really happen all the time. So think about what Maya could have done and wishes she would have done. And what would you do if someone new came into your life, or maybe not new, and you just saw someone that needed someone to be kind to them? Think about the choices that you could make instead of the regrets that Maya has. All right, I hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.